Hey, hello, welcome to Echoes of Vinca, the channel where we unearth the mysteries of one of the most enigmatic civilizations of prehistory, the Vinca culture. Can you imagine a world where art, technology, and social organization flourished while in other places, people were just beginning to form small villages? Well, that's the story of the Vinca. Today, we're going to do something different. We're going to compare the Vinca culture with other ancient civilizations. Were the Vinca as advanced as the Sumerians? Did they surpass the Egyptians in art? Can we find parallels with the mysterious Indus Valley Civilization? Stay until the end, because what you're about to discover will blow your mind. Section 1. Who were the Vinca? Before we compare, let's do a quick recap. The Vinca culture existed between 5700 and 4500 BC in what is now Serbia and the Balkans. They were masters of pottery, creators of symbols that could be one of the earliest forms of writing, and experts in copper metallurgy when other parts of Europe were still using stone tools. We're talking about a civilization ahead of its time. Their figurines, with their characteristic triangular faces and almond-shaped eyes, make us wonder if they represented gods, ancestors, or, perhaps, something else. Their symbolism is so powerful that some researchers have theorized that it could be a shamanic culture with strong beliefs in the afterlife. Could their artifacts reveal a worldview more complex than we imagine? Another fascinating aspect of the Vinca is their mastery of metallurgy. We're talking about a society that worked with copper thousands of years before the Bronze Age took hold in other regions. This early use of metal suggests they had advanced knowledge of mining and smelting. They weren't just an agricultural society. The Vinca were building a technologically innovative civilization. But how do they compare to other ancient cultures? Let's find out. Section 2. Vinca vs. Sumerians, who wrote first. The Sumerians are considered the creators of the first formal writing system, cuneiform, around 3100 BC. But hold on, the Vinca culture had a system of symbols dating back at least 1,500 years earlier. Coincidence? Or is it possible that the Vinca were pioneers in writing, and the Sumerians merely perfected the idea? Here's where it gets interesting. While the Vinca symbols have not been fully deciphered, many archaeologists believe they could have served as a proto-writing system, similar to what the Egyptians did before hieroglyphics. Imagine if one day we find the key to decipher these signs. We could be talking about the civilization that wrote the first page of human history. Additionally, Sumerian cuneiform evolved for accounting and administrative purposes, while Vinca symbols seem to have had a ritual or religious use. This makes us think that writing may have had a deeper purpose in Vinca society, perhaps related to the transmission of esoteric knowledge or mystical ceremonies. Section 3. Vinca vs. Egypt, the power of art and social organization. When we think of ancient Egyptian art, we picture pyramids and the impressive sculptures of pharaohs. But the Vinca had equally impressive art, albeit different. Their anthropomorphic and zoomorphic figurines are so detailed that some have compared them to representations of extraterrestrial beings. Exaggeration? Maybe. But what is certain is that their art had a level of symbolism and abstraction not seen in many cultures of their time. Moreover, Vinca society was highly organized. They didn't have kings or pharaohs, yet their settlements were well structured, with houses aligned in well-planned streets. While Egypt's power was centralized under the pharaoh, the Vinca seemed to function under a more egalitarian structure, a model we might call today a prehistoric prototype of democracy. I'll just leave that there. Another key difference is that the Egyptians left massive monuments that still stand today, while the Vinca, having not developed colossal structures, focused more on portable art and inscriptions. This could mean that their legacy was more about knowledge and beliefs rather than monumental architecture. Section 4. Vinca vs. Indus Valley, a secret connection. Now let's move on to a more mysterious comparison, the Vinca culture and the Indus Valley Civilization. The latter flourished between 3300 and 1300 BC in what is now Pakistan and India. boasting some of the most advanced cities of their time, with drainage systems, sewage infrastructure, and incredibly sophisticated urban planning. And here's where things get weird. Both the Vinca and the Indus Valley used symbols that have yet to be deciphered. Both seem to avoid extreme centralization of power, and their artifacts bear stylistic similarities. Could there have been some kind of connection between these two cultures separated by thousands of kilometers? We have no proof, but we have no doubts either. Some theorists have suggested that the Vinca and the Indus Valley might have been part of a broader cultural exchange network than we imagine. Could there have been mutual influence between these two prehistoric civilizations? Despite the geographical distance, certain patterns in their iconography and construction methods make us wonder if the ancient world was more interconnected than we believe. Section 5. What happened to the Vinca? Unlike the Sumerians, Egyptians, and the Indus Valley, the Vinca did not leave behind grand monuments or extensive written records. Their civilization disappeared without a clear explanation. Was it climate change? An invasion? Did they integrate into other cultures? For now, the mystery remains open. What we do know is that their legacy lives on in archaeology and in the artifacts they left behind. And if one day we manage to decipher their system of symbols, we might be on the verge of a total shift in the history of writing and human civilization. Conclusion. So, after this comparison, what can we say? The Vinca culture didn't build pyramids like the Egyptians, nor did they leave clay tablets like the Sumerians. But in many aspects, they were just as advanced if not more so. Their art, their possible proto-writing, and their social organization make us rethink how we understand the evolution of ancient civilizations. If this video left you with more questions than answers, mission accomplished. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this video, so more people can discover the incredible legacy of the Vinca culture. See you in the next episode of Echoes of Vinca.